Paper was like gold in medieval times.
Oh, not tobacco, sugar.
That everything we thought we knew about the world might turn out to be completely wrong.
Rod and Lilian are deaf to their house's cry for help,
I don't like to fix things.
as home repairs take a backseat to fast cars and leisure time.
I'd rather go to Mexico.
But there's even bigger trouble just below the surface.
Answer in this wall? We have multi-species infestation there.
That left unchecked could spell disaster.
Your house can collapse.
I'm Kristi Hansen. I'm a contractor and a plumber. Hey, I know life gets hectic, but that's no reason to neglect your home. So I'm gonna step in and help these homewreckers. I'm off to Rod and Lilian's today. Sounds like they have a few problems. But mostly a big kitchen problem. So, see what's going on. Before I go and meet them, I'll check around outside, see what I can find. Hello? I want one of those. No, that's not good. You shouldn't have any shrubs or any trees touching your house anywhere. Basically, that's a highway for vermin. You call this a downspout? It'd be nice if these were connected, but obviously they haven't been for a long time. It's gonna rot out the corner of your house. Fix it. Oh, there's dead ants everywhere. What's that about? Gross. I hope they're not already making their way inside. Here we go.
If Rod sees a problem that he doesn't want to fix, he goes golfing.
How bad is it? If it doesn't need to be done really for any reason except for cosmetic, then that's not an important issue to me.
You guys have some stuff to show me, hey?
I'll show you the problem.
Nice. What's the story in here?
This is just in monitor mode. We do have a leak up there, and we haven't figured out where the leak's coming from.
How long ago did you bust this hole in here?
Probably 3 months.
Is this your handiwork?
No, that was Lilian. She was not able to
You
work
did
that
this.
out
I'm good at taking things apart,
after a few drinks.
but I'm not so good at fixing things. I was hoping this kind of drastic measure would find the leak, and then we could repair it. That's where he might come in.
Yeah, I'm a pretty good golfer. I'd have to say anywhere from 85 to 90. That doesn't come from doing lots of work around the house.
I always find that interesting when people take it this far and then you get stuck and why they don't call somebody to just, hey, can you come have a look at this? Like, hey, plumber. I want to get a closer look at what caused the leak. The bathroom. So up to the bathroom above.
Yes, and this is our bathroom.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Fractured tile. It was a mess. And mismatched tile. And big gaps where there was no tile. I see so many places for water to get through here.
I'd like to see this fixed as well, but maybe we could do it ourselves.
Save up and budget for a contractor to come in here and gut this bathroom.
I can't really foresee that in the near future.
Oh.
Probably rather go to Mexico.
I came to their house to see the kitchen, and I'm in the bathroom going, hey, this is a big problem. I'm kind of nervous to see your kitchen now.
This here's our kitchen.
Kitchen and family. Hi.
The house has been excellent for our family, but over the years, having been so busy, we have kind of gotten behind on a few of the maintenance and repairs issues.
You want to take me on a quick tour of the problems?
Well, I guess it would start here.
Oh, yeah, that's not good.
Pretty well everywhere has got rot problems.
Oh, my. How is that getting all wet and damaged? What's going on?
It's just the way it is. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
You just don't care, is it?
I care.
Okay, okay.
If it is broke, how bad broke is it before you act?
Well, I did turn 50 this year, and I thought it was time to have a sports car.
A happy wife is a happy life.
Car was less expensive than a kitchen reno, so.
There's actually a little hole.
Nice. Oh, that's a not so little hole. Shut that. Drawers didn't open. Cupboards were crooked. Huge gaps between cupboard doors. The countertop lifts off. It's just all falling apart, hey? That's insane. This is like, you know, the bull's already been in the china shop. It's definitely not a functioning kitchen, but is it the most urgent thing to you guys? Like, in your minds, is this like the worst room in your house?
Yeah.
If you combine it with the ants.
Why are you doing ants?
Lots of ants.
Ants are in this wall?
Ants are in that wall.
You can kind of see the hole right there. That's where they go
This
in
is
and
an
out.
ant hole here.
They made that.
They made that.
They throw sawdust out of that little hole.
Then a few dead ants will fall out after a while.
Just one tiny little hole, a couple little piles of sawdust. Do you know of any other ant holes?
No.
There's another hole.
You know of another?
I do.
How come you don't know about the hole? Like, I don't remember that that's there. We forgot about it. Where is that?
Here. So they crawl in. We've plugged it.
So you
Remember
find
the
pile of sawdust there and a pile of sawdust there. They're excavating the wood out. They are clearing it out and building nests. That damage could be intense. I need to wake them up. I need to shake them and get them to see how wrong this is.
Quite anxious to see how bad it is.
Their creep factor has gone sky high.
We have no idea what's going to happen today, whether they're going to rip our house apart or build us a new house.
Tony, the pest detective. He's the one who has seen it all. How's it going, Tony?
Good.
That's the hole in their wall.
They've been throwing sawdust out of
Like, what does that mean to you?
Means they're excavating, means they're nesting in the home. This is a very typical example of some carpenter ant excavation through wood.
Carpenter ant colonies have up to 10,000 ants that chew through wood like it's butter.
They create nests, pathways.
This is horrifying to me because the entire integrity is shot. Look at this razor edge. This is the thickness it's supposed to be. That's unbelievable to me.
That's a lot of wood.
Could you have this level of damage, but then the only thing visible to you in your home, one hole?
Yes, because with carpenter ants and seeing their activity, it's truly the tip of the iceberg.
So we haven't opened up the walls yet, but I think it's gonna be a huge problem in there.
Somebody phones our office and goes, hey, I'm seeing huge ants with wings. Once I identify their carpenter ants, I know that on average they've been there for about 7 years.
Wow, because we have seen wings.
So Tony, tell me then, how bad can it get?
Ultimately, if left unchecked, there's going to be certain segments of your home that are going to become a little risky.
Tony was being gentle with them. He was trying to shy away from saying, your house can collapse.
I realized what it could be. It was like kind of a wake-up call.
You know, we're getting to the root of problems here, hey? Like, you feel like, yes, we're gonna take some action on something that's been in our lives for a very long time. They have a leaky bathroom to fix one day, but first, we have a plan. We're gonna figure out this ant problem, and we're going to renovate this kitchen.
Sounds good to me.
But I do have an estimate. Are you ready for it? Let's start with the...
Probably a 1 in front of that.
That would be nice. Here's what we're looking at.
23.
Yeah.
It's a little higher than we were kind of hoping for.
I'm gonna pony up a little bit of dough.
That helps.
My 8 grand is gonna be in labor and materials. Brings your cost
15 and a half.
down to that. We like this number. It can change
How can it change?
by if we
Yeah,
find the nestings in
sure.
the roof or if it's in the floor. We don't know yet. We have a wild card here with these ants. Can you guys work with this?
I think we have no choice. If the cost goes up, I guess we'll sell my car.
So you guys ready?
You bet.
Gordon, my right-hand man. Gordo, Lil, Rod.
Yep.
Here we go. We're tearing her out. Oh!
Holy smokes.
Wow.
No prompting.
Okay. Thank you.
She might be gone.
I'm gonna get a little more gently. It's amazing how easy it actually comes out, huh?
Nice.
Girl. Now you're gonna tear this off. There you go. Oh.
Be nice to have an actual functioning kitchen.
All right, guys, let's sit gourd on this. And I have something else I want you to do. So one of the problems that I spotted right when I first got here was the amount of foliage that's actually touching your house. That becomes a highway, not just for ants, but for rats and squirrels and anything else. We'll have a little chore for you. Where you see branches that are making their way to the house, you gotta cut them off. I always say go a little further back than you need to, because it grows so fast. There you go. I'm gonna leave you guys to this and go in and help Gordo, okay?
Okay.
Awesome.
Forget that one. Cut that sucker out later when the power's on.
It's ready for you to get in there. Get her on.
Oh.
Brand new. Oh, that's soft.
That's soft. But what I'm seeing is lots of what we saw earlier.
It's feathered, isn't it? Wow.
Oh, man, look, that's worse. This is worse than the example that a pest detective
That's brutal.
showed
That's
us.
the header, too.
There's one right now. Oh my God, they're coming out. We have
Oh,
ants.
let's get it. Oh, look at that. There's a bunch of buggers in there.
And they're winged already.
Yeah. Well, that she
Come
is.
on, look there. Look at them all. We have multi-species infestation here. It's wigging me out. Mother winged double, triple, quadruple the size of the other ones. Just saw her for a minute. Oh my God. If you flick those things and they hit me, I don't even know what I'm gonna do, Gordo. But when you're reefing it out, stuff is flying off there. It's perfectly reasonable to think that there's ants on the other side of that board. And I'm popping it off and they're flying at me. Holy shit. Oh my, don't you flick that stuff when I'm bending down? Oh, I hear you guys sneaking around the corner. Why don't you get in here and have a real look?
Wow.
Holy crumbs. Get in your rod.
That.
Come on.
Where are the spiders?
The spiders seem to be on this half and have been eating all of the ants. Talk to me, guys. What are you thinking here?
Time to call in the artillery.
I don't see any trails going past the wall that way.
That top line where it meets the ceiling?
Yeah.
It's all packed with sawdust, too. I'd say they're definitely up in the ceiling. I want them to see what it means to just completely ignore that.
So now what?
Talking about whatever? There's no point in doing any work in here if those ants that are already familiar with this space and what it has for them can still get in. Tony, our pest detective, is here to give the plan of attack for dealing with the ant infestation.
Essentially, we're going to be setting up 2 barriers. The first and most prominent barrier is going to go in the external wall voids, and the second barrier is going to be a treatment on the outside base perimeter of the home. So that I want to force them over at least one of the 2 barriers.
Carpenter ants go outside to gather food for the nest. The barriers will stop them from getting back inside.
And what we end up doing in that sense is starving to death any nest in the home. Expect to see more activity than you've normally seen.
Poison is sprayed into small holes, and it crystallizes to form the first barrier. Pest detectives will repeat the process every year until the ants are gone. Inside the house, we've ripped out the old drywall, replaced the annihilated studs, and rebuilt the walls. Now that we've cleaned up the ants' damage, Gord and I can move on to installing the new kitchen cupboards.
Beauty.
Sweet.
It's just once that's one up, the rest are easier, right?
Yeah, because now you can go off of them and they're all level. With the kitchen well underway, I have another surprise for Rod and Lilian. Joe and Tom are other clients of mine. They also had kitchen and bathroom issues.
There was a roof leak, and as you can see, the ceiling is sagging. Okay. So there's some leakage right where you're standing.
So they're here to give us a hand.
We'll help you any way we can.
There's some breaches in your bathroom, as you know, where water gets through easily. So we're gonna get all of the old caulk out of there and redo it. Having 5 people in that bathroom was crazy. I had to clear a couple of them out. This time, I'm singling out the women to show them an easy way to prevent water damage. All right. Here's your station. This is just a blade in here for scraping this stuff off.
No, it comes off pretty easily.
Yeah, doesn't it? We just want to stop the water from getting through to the back wall here. I like empowering you guys. You can do this stuff. Make sure it's filling in there. Wet finger, get the whole thing in one swipe, no more. All right, so if you can hold that for me. I know I have plumber's butt, I actually frequently do. Do not cock my crack.
Glasses are cocked.
That's fine. If you insist, you're the boss.
I'm out of here, actually.
She made it look so easy. I think we need some professional help.
I'm not very good at this.
Remember the wet finger.
Okay. Okay, I'll caulk this thing. It doesn't look quite as smooth as Kristi's
Well, no,
line.
you got to do the finger thing. It was great having Kristi over. You'll be so happy when it's all done.
Oh, nice! Hey, not bad.
She did most of it.
Nice job. All right, well, why don't we get out of here? You look like your job is done. Oh, I like hearing that. So what are you working on here?
Well, right now we're just making a template for a new countertop. They've also ordered a 4-inch backsplash to go on all the wall surfaces.
Because that's optional, right? But I always say, you know, it's a wet zone, and we don't want that wet getting to the drywall. So get a backsplash. Sweet.
Beautiful.
This looks great.
Very good choice.
Cool. Put these little puppies on here. Cool. All right, you're gonna level these puppies up, aren't you? What are you gonna work on?
I'm gonna solder on a couple of adapters into the water lines and get the water piping finished.
Before soldering copper lines, you want to make sure that they're completely clean and bright. So Doug gives them a final polish before firing up his torch. Everything inside's on track, but outside, Tony has more work for Rod and Lilian. What's the deal? What's going on?
Well, this tree in contact with your roof represents a bypass to all the good work that I'm going to do. The ants, our enemy, are very, very clever.
When you have something like a tree that has branches that are coming right in onto your house, it's a problem for so many different reasons.
I'm not asking you to go crazy, just break that bridge and maintain the no contact.
In a year or two, we'll do that.
No, not in a year or two. These critters are smart, and they know where warm and dry and yummy and safe is, and they'll make a new access to get in there. And you have the perfect system in place for them to bypass all of your barriers. So, Tony, you're working hard to try and battle these ants. You guys get this cut down.
Power saw.
They need to be active in our battle against these critters that are invading their home. Let's go see our kitchen.
Wow!
Nice.
I love it!
We're finishing up everything in this kitchen. We've done a full renovation in there. We've torn down the wall, exposed all the ant damage, got all the old cabinets out of there, got all the new ones back in. Yeah, I like following these kind of lines. I'm installing these handles vertically because it looks nice in this kitchen. And plus, you have the added bonus of knowing which way the cupboards open. The family has been living with their old kitchen, their old ways for so long. They didn't even notice how bad it was. They're gonna walk in and just go, everything is just in place. So how is this all going?
This is going very well. I drilled through the corian.
The drainage for me, you're still working on the water lines?
Water lines. Other than that, it's good.
I've sent Lilian away to surprise her with a finished kitchen, while Rod continues his work on the ant perimeter.
It's going to be a relief to know that we've got the problem in hand and just got to keep our maintenance up on the trees.
Reveal day is always special because the family has been living with their old kitchen, their old ways for so long.
Be nice to have everything working.
She has no idea what the state of this kitchen is.
I'm excited to see our new kitchen.
Welcome home!
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I want to go.
Yeah? Shall I let her in?
I think we should.
Let's go see our kitchen!
Yeah.
Go! Wow!
Wow. Nice.
I love
if there's any kind of staining or anything that happens to this, it can be ground down. You can have them come in and they can resurface it so you always have the same finish. This is a part of the job that of course I love because you're making people happy. New floor, new appliances, new fixtures, it's all new in there. Well, what I don't ever want you to forget is what spilled out of that wall when Gordon took the old cabinets out.
The ants.
They're not gone, they're still here.
Look at it. That is gorgeous.
That is a Gordo special.
They have no more home.
This beautiful kitchen isn't worth anything if the ants can carry on with what they've been doing. So that's why I want you to have this reminder. Even if it's a year and a half later, it's so important for us to carry on with our treatments.
It's a multi-year commitment to just keep on top of these ants.
You have a couple other areas in your house that need the same attention.
Yes.
Yeah, and I really hope we fix the last few things in our house.
2 bathrooms. You've got to put those on the radar. Imagine how your house is going to feel for you and your kids when you've got that sorted out as well.
I realize that this house is an actual gem, and it really makes me kind of feel embarrassed that I let my kitchen get to the state it was. Now I respect the fact that I've got to look after it a little bit harder.
Wow. Wow. I think we have to put our trust in a contractor and realize not everything can be done by the homeowner.
Look at